Dear future me.
Still here? For a while I had doubts you were ever going to make it to this point.
Did you decide on what it is you want to make of this life? I'm so curious to know which path you chose. The one in your heart or the one in your head?
How you doing, you fat bastard? I bet you're a bit chubby these days. Something tells me you'll follow in your father's footsteps like that. A big old fat beer belly. But I wonder if you share the same dedication to family as him, or if you have a family at all.
I don't feel the need to ask you any questions about what the future is like or how you're doing. I mostly just have hope to share.
My sweet future self, seasons come and go as fast as a heartbeat. So fast there must now be a whole galaxy between you and me. Sometimes I wish I could hear the stories of your victories and defeats. Sometimes I wish my younger self could have learned from what I have become. But instead of looking for answers, shouldn't we all be looking for questions?
If there is something I would like to know first of all, it is, are you happy? Do you remember what it was like to be me? Do you still remember what it was like to think the way I do? How long has it been since you last sung at the top of your lungs to nobody? Do you remember that song?
Dear 40-year-old me, hopefully you have aged gracefully and avoided the lure of Botox. Hopefully you can still make facial expressions, smile, and laugh with ease as you read this. Will the future surprise me? Do I end up having those children that I am so sure I do not want?
I hope you are still a strong man. I know that you don't talk to many people, unless that has changed as well. I hope it has. I know how you feel, and maybe through some divine miracle of time, we have broken down a border.
Is the world a better place or a different kind of horrible? Can I see animals outside of a zoo? Are we all vegetarian? Can I take those kids that I do not want to the beach or on camping trips? Can I breathe in fresh air, or do I suck it in through an oxygen mask? Do people in the future breathe in solidarity and love, or are we armed to the teeth for the apocalypse? Do we hold hands and sing, or do we calculate who is going to hurt us and when? Do we feel safe? Do we feel warm? Do we feel validated? Do we feel happy? Does the world still spin on its axis, or did it fall off long ago?
I really, really hope you're still around to read this. Don't ever forget where you were or what you went through. And please, keep on existing. Keep on being my future.
Know that I am thinking about you. I will be until I become you.
I do not berate my 20-year-old self for not being enlightened earlier in life. Most people eventually see this kind of clarity years from now, and quite often after youth has left them. Youth has long since passed, and what is known to me in the moment could never have possibly been perceived in the early part of my life cycle.
See, I've realised that I've had varying levels of success doing things I didn't want, so I've resolved to take chances on the things I love.
I'm sure you're starting to regret all the silly choices you made when you were my age, and you probably hate me a bit for it, but I ask you to forgive me.
It is part of life's game. So, until then, dream and manage your expectations by not having any.
I want to dance as if nobody looks. I want to be bold, stay bold, and become bolder.
Nobody can stop me.
Many are those who contemplate with regret all the mistakes they made in the past. I prefer to smile at the thought that there are still many more to make. You see, change is in the very nature of everything around us, and yet some would gladly have us believe the dice were rolled a long time ago. If you could talk to me right now and give me just a tiny glimpse into my future, I hope it would be proof that I must keep dreaming and sailing against the wind. Proof that being foolish is reasonable enough.
I will break free from everything that holds me back. I've constrained myself to the fact that I'll never be a rich man, but I want to be happy, and I sincerely hope that you are. I'm sure in the last 10 years you've tried a little more, worked a little harder, and are starting to see life as more of a marathon than a 200-meter relay. Something that pushes you to your limit as opposed to relatively simple challenges I'm running in now. Give your life meaning. Find love. Travel the world. Make mistakes. Correct them. Be true to yourself.
We can heal ourselves and fix the world, and if we can't, then we will try to the last. Just a matter of finding a way and patch everything up that went wrong. We'll tend our wounds, repair ourselves until everyone in the world is whole again.
Until the rest of the world is green again. And there will be life, and there will be mystery and magic in our meadows and forests.
Our children will see the soul of the wild and the beauty in the shadows of the trees. And in between all of that, I will find peace at these roads that my history gave me.
Wait for me there, and make sure you cherish every day with the ones you love. This is the closest you and I will ever be, and yet every word feels like washed away in time, fading like memories in the nothingness of your mind. I don't want these memories to die. Wherever you are now, remember that one day, somewhere on the way, you will meet.
As I continue on my life journey, it endlessly weaves a path that has many possibilities coupled with varying outcomes.
I don't know if I'd be married after years of terrible dates, terrible men, but I will be me, the heir of those who came before me, and I will contribute my part to what it means to be human.
As our father said, it's life's challenges that make us men, and bitterness that makes us old.
If I had one thing to say to my future self, it would be, buckle up, sunshine, and enjoy the ride.